Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another tech profile. Today we are back with some Phantom Knight Burning Abyss. This deck has been getting a lot of popularity recently. That's probably because of the fact that the Brave tokens will be arriving in the TCG next year, early, I think it's January or February, very soon. So people are already starting to pick up this deck. This deck is looking really good with the new Brave token archetype. Also in the next set, the new Destiny Hour will be released, which will be played in literally almost every deck, and it has a very significant spot in this deck as well. So to prepare you rightly, I'm going to give you this interesting deck profile. This is a little bit different. I tried a lot of different stuff out for this very specific deck profile. The ratios may seem a little bit off. It's actually quite a surprise that I actually managed to fit all the cards in here that I did. There's a lot of spice, a lot of cool cards, a lot of cool decks, and a lot of things that I think are very good at that deck, but you may or may not disagree with. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. I'm always open for a discussion. And yeah, without much further ado, let's go straight into the deck profile. So the best Phantom Knight is easily Torn Scales, so we play triple of the Torn Scales. It's pretty standard ratio, I think. Then we play Double Cloak. Together with the best Phantom Knight player, best BA Phantom Knight player in the entire world, Joshua Osters, we both agree that Silent Boots is pretty much fine at 2. You will never really need a third one. One Wrecked Gloves. And the card that I am testing right now is the Stained Greaves. A lot of people said it was interesting to go and check it out, so I just added it to the deck. Figured I never really explored this new card, so why not just test it out for a little bit. So that's it for the Phantom Knight main deck monsters. Then we play the Tour Guide together with the Chain Block, Kagamucha Knight. Then we play 3 targets. We play Seer, Graf, and Libic. A lot of people in my chat were saying that Libic was bad and not necessary. I wholeheartedly disagree with that. So if you open any of the BAs, you can summon Tour Guide. Let's say you open Seer, you summon the Graf, you make Cherubini, and with Graf you summon Libic. You link them away, and with Libic you summon Seer from your hand and completely unbrick the brick. If you open the Graph, you can just summon Libic and summon the Graph, and then with Cherubini you can search. This is send something else to the graveyard. And let's say you open Seer, then again the Graph summon Libic, and if you just open Libic, which is also kind of nice, you can make an early Appaloosa, which is also pretty wild. So yeah, I really like the Libic. I see no reason to cut the Libic. I can understand like playing less PAs is less better, but like 3 is a completely fine ratio, in my opinion. I'm gonna play 2 generic extenders just to have like a little bit extending going next to the Kagamucha Knights. Then for now we are playing the Dragoon package. I still think that Spell and Trap negation is very necessary in a deck that doesn't have any. So we are playing this. I'm not playing the F-Zero package because I think that's a little bit resource heavy instead of something that you can just like put 2 monsters in, which is really nice. And this also is like going second extremely good, like destroying your opponent's life points. I play triple Ash, double Nip, 1 Bell, and I think that gives us a pretty good introduction to the last card that we also play. It's Nobleman of Crossout. This deck super diced Ash and Nip. I also play Callby, of course, as a line of defense, and Kagamucha and the Chain Block. But I think that Crossout Designator in this specific deck is a really good fit. Because we do have some room, you do want to play some defensive cards, and especially in your own turn. And as a little bit of an extra spot, we also play the 1 Imperm, because I think, like I said in my virtual world deck profile, Imperm has been reprinted in a super, and everyone will play Imperm. And Imperm on your Tour Guide or Imperm on your Bardish will pretty much end your turn. The Bell is there just as a little bit of a flex spot. Sometimes the Bell can hurt, sometimes people play the Bell. You do not have to play the Bell. I think that at my locals it's good. A lot of people do play Bell in my area, which is why I want to play it. And I do play 2 Nip, because Nip is literally turn ending sometimes. Sometimes you just can't play around it. And you don't want to open 1 Nip and then cry. And Nip generally is really good this format. So yeah, those are the Crossout Designator targets and ratios. We play the Rank Up. I do think that Requiem is one of the best cards in the entire game. So yeah, I like that. Called by Rhoda, Ref. That's it for the spells. Then Triple Blade, Wing, Shatten Brigadin, and the last card is the IO. I believe this is 41 or 42 cards, not really sure, but yeah, I tested this deck for a complete one stream, and honestly, it has been really, really working well for me in the match that I played and the test sense that I got. And I'm really looking forward to playing this deck more. And for now, I'm actually really confident. This is just a very solid build. For the extract 1 Link Spider for the Shade Rigadin comes up if you want to make Verte, which you have right here. One Cherubini. It's kind of a flex spot. I was either thinking this or access code, but I felt like making access code in this deck was kind of redundant because you only have darks. So right now I don't play a finisher because we already play like Dragoon and stuff, and that's a good finisher as well, with doing enough damage and attacking with ease. So I do play the Phoenix to play through back row, then the 1 IP, the 1 Unicorn to make with IP, then the Bardish, makes a lot of sense, Appaloosa, and then another card I like to combo with IP is Goddess. It is not a Tatsym deck if Goddess is not in the extra deck. You can also change that out for like either Burl Sword or maybe Access Code Talker. I think that this card is like honestly really, really insane, especially with all the bodies you can spam in your opponent's turn together with IP. Really surprise your opponent by linking their monster. You play the Goon, makes sense. Requiem, Rebellion, 1 Levier, double Break Sword. And that's his exactly 15 cards in the extra deck, which is really solid. Now for the side deck, since I haven't really gone anywhere to test out this deck, I didn't really have a side deck, but there's a lot of theory that I really like. So first of all, Droplets is a card that should probably be in the main deck, but I wanted to test out Crossout instead. So if you do not have Crossouts, but you do have Droplets for some reason, then you can definitely play the Droplets in the main deck. Talents is also pretty huge in this deck. With the Droplets in the side, I feel is pretty mandatory. You do want to side triple Lancia, because people are going to side Lancia in against you. And that means that you can cross out to the Lancia. So Lancia is pretty much big MVP. What I had in the side on DB was also a third Nibiru, which helped a lot. I really recommend triple anti-spell fragrance because people will be signing Dark Ruler no more against you, and you can definitely surprise them, or maybe force out a suboptimal Forbidden Droplets before they actually get to play with the anti-spell, which is quite huge. Next to that, cards like Phantasme also work very, very good in fixing your hand. It is another body you can summon in the right matchups, which is really, really nice. Then some generic back row removal. Twin Twister, this is one of the decks that can discard a lot of cards. And next to that, yeah, what is there really else to add? Draw Lockbird, alias just a Psycho Reader if you're having problems against Drytron. And if you're at a really combo heavy local tournament, then you can also just play the Dark Ruler no more, because with the Bardish you can easily pop disrupt your entire opponent's field and set up something really easy to win the game the turn afterwards. So yeah, this deck, it's still just so much fun. It's very cool that it keeps evolving ratios. There's a lot of different people that play this deck very differently, which is very cool to see. I saw Raphael deck build this as well, and he was playing triple boots, no Dragoon, and it's going to be very cool to see what the Destiny Fusion Enforcer, I'm not really sure what the entire name is going to do for this deck, but I definitely know that we are going to play it because yeah, we're gonna pop a lot of cards. So yeah, this has been PKBA by me. Thank you guys so much for watching. What deck do you want to see next? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe. We're getting very close to that 5K. And if you want some additional tips with either deck building or playing the game, then check out the link in the description to my Metafy account where I offer coaching. Does cost a little bit of money, but you do get a lot of it out of it. Trust me. Go check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.